Aiswarya James had been a leading bloom in academics all through her schooling. She is well known for academic excellence and competitive skills. I now invite Aiswarya James to deliver the valedictorian speech for the class of 2012.
Respected Chief Guest, Sri George James K. Madam Principal, Manager Sri George Joseph, members of the Trust, Dr. P. Narayanan Nair, Sri N.U. John, respected parents, teachers, and my dear Blooms past and Blooms present. All Blooms days are special. For me and my class, this one is even more special. This is the 14th and final Blooms Day of my school life. As I look around tonight at my 29 fellow graduates, I'm flooded with memories. I know, just as we all know, we are passing a milestone here. This is one milestone we shall not return to. I'm honored to be the valedictorian and stand proud to represent my class on this day. An honor and privilege that comes but once in a lifetime. Therefore, first of all, I thank you, my class of 2012, for giving me this honor. For graduating classes anywhere in the world, this day is partly about memories. Memories of our first school days. Memories of our growing up. Memories of our learning moments. And those very special memories, I'm sure we'll all keep in a special corner in our heart. Memories that just cannot be extricated from our beings and personalities because we are what we are because of them. We think because of them. We act because of them. Whether we call it formative years or programming of mind, one thing is true. Down the line, years from now, when the class of 2012 does accomplish things, we, the class of 2012, will regard those memories and programming as the building blocks of our success story. This is what I want to speak about tonight. Why do we think we are special? Tradition is that a class valedictorian of Hill Blooms is the one who has completed all 14 years right here in Hill Blooms. I'm no exception. I can still recall that first day wailing ceremony. I, however, do not recall a second day or a third day repeat ceremony. Crying was done. And then we got on with life and learning. So did every one of my fellow graduates. Memories began there. Then there were the inevitable guilt. Not being good enough, not getting that first prize, forgotten action songs, dance steps that failed to happen, deep frozen moments of staring at the audience with nothing to say. Crying through the thunderous applause because I knew it was stage managed to make me feel good. It's a long list. And the good news is that there is a long list of things that each one of us has turned out to be good at too. Today, we present ourselves in a special graduation dress and a spirit that is so unique to one's lifetime. It's mainly because of all those very special skills. And for that, I thank God, my parents, my teachers, and my classmates. When we celebrated Blooms Day 2009, Sri T.M. George, a veteran teacher and a school trustee, talked to us about a career secret. In case you have forgotten, it was like this. I caught. In the final analysis, your destiny may be determined more by the very few things that you failed to achieve rather than the many things that you actually fought and won. Unquote. I would like to remind my fellow graduates and all those young blooms out there who will eventually follow us of this observation. Our mindsets may not be snubbed by our disappointments. We are probably strengthened by them. The targets we went for may have been less than just right for us. Just like Paulo Coelho famously wrote, I caught. The universe must have conspired to get us what we really needed. Uncaught. We call it divine intervention. Our mothers, who spent hours to make us practice recitations and speeches, don't have to worry about our failure to deliver them better than we did. Our boys, who looked like and acted like famous World Cup stars, but did not win any single inter-school event, don't have to worry. You are the kind of people who constitute the silent majority that supports and maintains world's sporting events. Whether we are graduating with an unbroken stint of winnings or with a mixed bag of you win some, you lose some, there's a niche for all of us. This is one lesson I've learned in Hill Blooms and I'm going to carry with me forever. I'm sure all of us have our own Bloom's message to take home. What do I see ahead for myself and the class of 2012? We know we are embarking on a trip to the unknown at a time when the world is literally dithering on economic options. We know now is not the best of times to seek security and stability with tired and trusted career options. We are also aware of the very special challenges that are surely ahead. Our generation may have to live in an India which is much more difficult to govern, manage, and to live in as it was when you were growing up, but for entirely different reasons than the ones our previous generation dealt with. Opportunities abound, so does competition. It's not good enough to be ready for Kerala or even India. Our destiny could be any latitude, any longitude. Are we ready? It is near impossible to come up with a single answer for the graduating class of 2012. But there is one thing I can tell for the class of 2012. I quote from the school anthem: wings of wisdom, wings of honor, wings of virtue, devotion and strength. This is what we come out with. And just like Sigmund Freud once said, I quote, a man who has been the indisputable favorite of his mother keeps for life the feeling of a conqueror. We come out feeling like conquerors even though our battles are yet to begin. Thank you, my alma mater. Thank you, my teachers. Thank you, my parents. And thanks and praise be to God. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Aiswarya James, for your perceptive words. I'm sure all blooms, just like me, find her words inspiring. We are coming to the tail end of the inaugural ceremony. We will now have our school captain addressing the Bloomsday gathering. Ladies and gentlemen, Merin J. Komban, our school captain, with the word of thanks.
Honorable Senior Trustee, Sri George James K. Madam Principal, Manager, Sri George Joseph, Trust members, Dr. P. Narayanan Nair, N.E. John Sir, parents and their invited guests, my dear teachers, blooms past and blooms present. One more Blooms Day into full swing. Unlike in most other schools, Annual Day in Hill Blooms is a lot more than an annual day. Probably what makes it special is the fact that it's our commencement ceremony too. An annual day would have been lots of fun and fine arts. We would have remembered our annual day for all those good things we managed to do on stage, and of course a few things we failed to do. But with our seniors officially telling goodbye to us on the same day, Blooms Day carries emotions that are far more powerful than just the good vibes on an annual day. We get to listen to chosen orators and educators to tell us of life after school. Our own senior trustees find time for us for that final finishing touch which only seasoned educators can provide. On a day like this, I'm honored to have been entrusted with the job of telling a few words of gratitude to all those people who have assembled here to make Blooms Day 2011 a day to remember. Let me start by sharing a piece of school history. Only those close to the founder's family are privy to. In 1992, when Sri George Joseph K., our founder, passed away, Hill Blooms was more a dream than real. There were only 4 classrooms and the highest grade was class 2. The dream would have died with him had it not been for our trustees to decide and make a tough decision to act on. Recently, as a school captain, I had a good fortune to have a good look at the history of the school and the 21st century equivalent of the school's fundamental parchment. The trust deed of GJ Memorial Educational Trust. The signatures are still very much in faded ink that once and for all sealed that determination. As the founder's closest brother, it's no surprise that the signature of Sri George James K. led the team. Today, it would be inadequate and incomplete if we thank George James Sir for presiding over Blooms Day 2011 and delivering the commencement message to our seniors. What thanks and praise is truly due for our school's very existence. Blooms Day 2011 and our seniors' graduation are all extensions of this fact. What blooms past, blooms present, and all blooms yet to come will contribute to themselves, their families, and the community at large are all definitely equally important extensions. Sir, myself and the entire Blooms community recognize that this is no school annual day trip for you. Your presence here today is nothing but one more feather on the educational legacy that you helped to build. Hill Blooms loves you. Thank you. Nothing happens in Hill Blooms without our trustees, manager, and Madam Principal getting involved in the planning and execution. Ma'am, Sir, Dr. P. Narayanan Nair, Sir Renew John, your support and encouragement are what make Hill Blooms happen. Once again, thank you.